honestly pretty uncommon to see someone who is able to master them this quickly, but yet your cardiology score is so low. Like that's the gap.
My name's Cassie. I'm a third year right now at St. George's University. My hope is to match into general surgery. My first baseline, I took about a month ago, was 215. And then again, I took another one, which ended up being a 216. My main bottleneck is I kind of have developed bad study habits because I have good retention. So I've kind of gotten away with doing the bare minimum.
Yeah, I mean, your scores are like off the charts for the things you're studying.
Yeah, see, and this is why I'm confused because I'm like, I know my knowledge is there. It's just, I don't know why. Like, so
Well,
when I
your
got my
learning
first,
ability is there. We haven't proven that your knowledge is there on the test. So, is this something that you knew? So this one
um,
is,
mm,
let's see.
this one, yeah, well, yeah, I was between like the two, like Charlie and Taco, and I forgot what the timing was. So I thought it was Charlie because typically with Taco, it's like volume overload and you have like a history of heart failure, but this patient didn't have anything that would predispose them to volume overload.
The answer didn't seem perfect for your expectation for
Yeah.
taco, and so you chose not taco,
Yeah.
which ended up being trolley.
Yeah.
But it's not because you thought, oh, this is trolley. It was like, man, this sounds a lot like taco. But they didn't say the classic thing of like they've got a history of heart failure. So
Yeah.
it feels a little off. So I'm going to throw this out and I'm just going to choose whatever the other answer was that I was considering. We like to call this, you were the lawyer, not the judge.
Hmm.
Right? The
Yeah.
lawyer is like, oh, if there's one thing that feels off, I'm going to throw that out. And then I'm going to choose whatever the remaining answer is.
But yeah, I think so. Cause I'm very good with like pattern recognition, but like, again, if there's one thing that is not like typical or doesn't look like the typical presentation, I'll like kind of doubt it a little bit. So I don't do well with the like what's the best answer, like which one of these sounds the most correct, as opposed to like which one is correct, you know? So
So
I
let's be
think,
careful. So that you're describing a symptom as if it's like an identity flaw.
mhm,
Saying, I don't do well on blank.
yeah,
I would rather that you say, right, because that's the symptom. I'd rather focus on the cause and just focus on the skill gap. So the skill
sure.
gap is that you don't do well with the emotional uncertainty of an answer that's not perfect.
Mm,
Fair?
yeah,
Right? Very different.
yeah,
Very, very, very different. So the thing to remember, there's kind of two parts to this. One is that you have to change the expectation.
sure.
Right? So you have to go in just knowing that this is the game that you're playing. So the analogy I like to use is if it were a really busy summer, like if you ever tried to find like with a very limited budget, an apartment in a really busy area and a very limited budget.
Yeah,
Yeah. Like, do you go in thinking I'm going to find the perfect apartment? No, right?
yeah,
You can't. I mean, you can. You will
but
probably end
yeah,
up homeless.
it'd be
But like,
yeah, it wouldn't turn out
right?
very
It's not
well.
going to work. And so, right. So what you do is instead of just saying, okay, well, this one's not perfect, nah, X, this one's not perfect, X, and right. And just like, oh, well, this one's not the not perfect one. So I'm going to choose this one. Right. What you
Yeah,
do, you think of, okay, well, what are my criteria for the right answer? And I'm going to choose the one that has most of them, but not all of them, like
okay,
the highest number of them.
yeah,
So again, it's like this is just the rules of the game, right? Like
yeah,
it's just not possible to find the perfect place. And in fairness, when you buy a house, it's the same thing. Trust me. Like it's like that
yeah,
doesn't
yeah,
change.
okay,
And you go in with that knowledge, regardless regardless of what your budget is, right? Like there's not going to be the perfect place.
sure.
Okay, now it's hard because most of your life you probably have had the artificial scenario where there are perfect answers.
Yeah,
It typically doesn't work as well in things like the MCAT, like large standardized tests.
yeah.
MCAT, USMLEs, definitely step 2, also shelf exams.
Yeah, no, that actually makes a lot of sense. Like the way, yeah, yeah, wow, okay.
It really is an expectation thing. So instead, what I don't want to hear is I'm just bad at like I'm just bad at like I don't know getting stuck between two answer choices or whatever it is you said earlier.
Sure.
Right. Instead, I want you to say I have not yet gotten good at the emotional discomfort of having a not perfect answer that I have to choose as the correct answer.
Yeah. Okay.
That's the first thing. The second thing, the tactical way to improve on this is rule in and rule out.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
It's where you say, okay, well, what would argue for trolley? Well, what would argue for trolley is they have lung stuff after a transfusion. What would argue against trolley? Well, they've got signs of volume overload. They got a huge amount of blood, and it's been only 6 hours, right? Okay, so works, but not perfect. Okay, let's look at taco. What argues for taco? Well, they've got signs of volume overload. They got a huge amount of volume, and they're kind of old. What argues against it? Well, they didn't say that they had they had heart failure. Now, is either of those answers perfect?
No.
No, of course not. However, which is the better answer?
Taco. That makes sense, yeah.
Right. We've literally had this conversation with so many people, but like
Mhm.
2 people last summer, we had this conversation, and literally within 2 weeks, their score went up by more than 30 points.
Really?
Yeah, I kid you not.
That's
One of them went from 225. I still remember this. One of them went from 225 because it was like it was within 2 weeks of each other. One of them started at 225 and went to 257. One of them started at 230. Actually, I think she went to SGU. Pretty sure she went to SGU.
Oh,
Started
fun.
at 230 and went to 263.
Okay. Wow.
2 weeks just by
Wow.
changing this. The circumstances were that their knowledge was quite good, but they rarely got 50 questions correct.
Okay. Yeah.
Right. Because, like if you're systematically making this error across lots of questions, that's how you can see a big jump in your score. So again, not a promise. I would say it this way. You will not score a 260 if you don't solve this problem.
Yeah.
It will be physically impossible for you to score a 260 unless you can, really focus
Sure.
and address this problem. But just
Sure.
know that the way that you solve this problem isn't to study more, isn't to do more questions, isn't right. It's more of like a mindset. Like there's some tactical stuff, but for most people, it's just like you have to shift your beliefs. The game here, I don't know what was like your SAT score?
12, 15.
What have your grades been?
Like mostly B's, for the most part.
But
I've
but
always
you
been kind
can
of an average.
score really high without studying hard. Like you can achieve that. Like you can achieve what other people are doing with like a fraction of the effort.
Yeah.
Wow, that is interesting.
Yeah. And that's why my study habits are so bad. Like the only time I've consistently studied was like in my entire life was step 1 dedicated. That was the first time I actually studied every day in like my whole
What's
life.
the reason that you don't like? What are you afraid of if you study? If you're a medical student or a doctor preparing for either the USMLEs or COMLEX or one of your medical board exams, then be sure to sign up for our free 14-step program where we'll walk you through the most efficient ways for you to improve your score in a short period of time. And if you're interested in getting there faster, be sure to book a free call with our team where we'll break down what it is that's holding you back and, if it makes sense, explain how it is that we can help you to get there more efficiently.
Oh my gosh. I think for a while it was boredom. I get bored very easily. I like constantly need like I grew up like this at least. Like I'm working on it, but um I had a tendency to kind of need stimulation all the time. So I've always been one of those people where I would kind of overload my schedule with things. So I always was playing sports and dancing and I was in band and I did all these things. So I don't really have time to study. But even now in medical school, I still loaded up my schedule with like side jobs and doing clubs and going on boards and stuff just because I feel like I always needed that like extra thing going on. Um I don't know. So I think it's partially boredom a little bit. And yeah, I don't know.
What's the other thing?
What other thing?
What's the other reason why you? Because there's something strong that's driving you not to study. Because
Oh,
it's interesting because you are kind of the classic person for whom you could have gone the opposite direction. You still can, where it's like because for you can trip over yourself and get good results.
yeah.
That's actually pretty rare. I'm just being
Sure. Yeah. No, yeah.
right? Like it's rare to find someone who's able to get 80% so quickly like you are. And so the fact that you're not like one of the top students is like kind of baffling to me. And so there has to be some very strong reason for you not to work hard. Either because you're afraid of failing, either because I don't know. Like I honestly don't know.
Well, I think it's kind of a self-fulfilling prophecy because I won't do that extra work to get there, and I've always kind of struggled with self-esteem. So I think until like pretty recently, so I think it's like loading up my schedule, being able to get away with it and loading up my schedule, not studying, kind of like keeps me in this safe little where if I don't try, that means I won't. I guess that
You
means that
don't
I won't
feel?
fail. But I
That's
don't
kind of
think
like
we've
the
historically
classic.
had a fear of failure, I don't think.
How much are you procrastinating right now? Like, how much do you like spend on your phone, computer? Like,
It's definitely better than it used to be, but now, I'll try to take today for examples. So I was scrolling while doing Anki, so it took me a little longer to do Anki, but I, like, didn't really care because I was like, "Okay, well, I'm
okay, here's what we're gonna
not
do.
bored."
Okay, I know what we're gonna do. Okay, so you're gonna do. Um, so this is gonna be uncomfortable, and you're gonna
Yeah,
be like bored out of your mind. And I
yeah,
think that this will give you the best chance of being successful.
okay,
Okay. So honestly, I think the first thing that you need to do is you need to block the internet, at
okay,
least all of the distracting sites
okay,
for the hours you are studying. I mean, I don't say this very often because it's not true for most people. And I don't even put myself in this category. Like, you could do extremely well on this test.
okay.
Like, you could do really, 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 really well. You're just like using a fraction of your capabilities. Like, you really can. It's just success for you is going to be a matter of creating the environment that allows you to be successful,
Sure, yeah,
manipulating your environment. It's not going to be discipline. It's not going to be any of that other stuff. It's going to be like, okay, this thing is bad for me. I can't, it's not that I'm going to do like a little bit of it and try to moderate it. It's like, I'm going to do none of it
yeah, okay,
because it's a lot easier to do something never than it is to do it sometimes.
sure, okay.
I'm excited to hear about your progress.
Oh, yeah. I hope there is progress.
It is under your control.
Yeah, no,
I mean, that's
absolutely.
true of everyone, but it's especially true of you.
Yeah,
But what I would do, like, right after we get off is download Freedom, block all of the distraction
freedom.
categories of websites on a
Okay,
schedule on all of your devices. If
okay.
that's the only thing that you do, that could change your life. All right, Cassie, really good to see
Thank
you.
you so much for your help. I really appreciate it. I feel like this was very reassuring for me, so I was
I'm
very
glad.
worried.
I'm glad. All right,
Thank
Cassie.
you.
All right, take
Alright.
care.
If you're putting in the hours but your knowledge isn't accumulating, it's not about studying more. It's about building a system where nothing you learn gets forgotten. In this video, I break down the exact framework to make that happen and get you on track for a 260 plus in step 2. Click here to watch it next.